Hey, welcome to another episode of the Art of Relationship Show, people. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Weather sucks here in Detroit area, Michigan. Winter blows. But anyways, outside of that, we're doing hopefully okay. Going to be talking about dating, love, sex, and marriage. And we're going to get a different take from cultural perspectives. I'm going to have a special little guest, a friend of mine from Cairo, Egypt. Ehab will be joining us shortly. So don't go anywhere. We're going to look at, for those people dating out there or getting back in the dating realm, I hear it all the time from clients, that have been divorced, broke up, and they're looking at the insights into the dating world and not to drag their past crap into the dating world. So, and everybody I hear, the dating world sucks. I hear it all the time. We're going to get a take and see if by chance it sucks culturally and all over the place, okay? So we're going to kick this off right after the intro, okay? So don't go anywhere. Okay, Ehab's going to be a little bit late, about 15 minutes. So he'll be tuning in shortly. So get a perspective, highly, Muslim, Islamic area. And we've done a similar episode, it's probably been over a year ago now at least. So that's why I wanted to do a refresher and look at if there's any updates, anything that's going on, and what is happening throughout the world, if you will, with, dating, love, even sex, and the view of sex, premarital intimacy, if you will, and what your take is on all this aspect. So again, remember, you can join in down below. Throw the comments down below, okay, people? And it doesn't have to relate to dating, love. You can throw your comments out there absolutely about dating, but it doesn't have to be about single. You can throw your questions out there, and I'll do the best I can to answer them regarding anything to do with love, intimacy, relationships, living together, marriage, parenting, co-parenting. And I'll do a little rehearsal, if you will, for me. I am your host, Greg Dudzinski. I'm a fully licensed professional counselor here in Detroit area in Michigan. I've been doing this for now over 23 years. I have a lot of grief, a lot of trauma experience working with kids, teens and adults. I have not worked with kids or teens in quite some time. And I've always done relationships, couples, sexual intimacy aspect, all those aspects. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. So, with dating aspect, how many people out there are in the dating realm? Thankfully, I am not. I'm very happy. Awesome. Woohoo, right? So, I'm lucky. I'm very happy. So, hey, Scott, what's happening? I want people to understand, what are you looking for? And a lot of people look at, and I get bashed readily, mostly from women, when I talk about, why don't you get everything out in the open, what you're looking for, what you're not looking for in the dating realm. But a lot of people get offended. I'm not going to talk about sex on the first date. That doesn't mean you want to have sex. That doesn't mean you're going to, not at all. But it's about compatibility. We're all adults, right? Or hopefully we are, even though some of us, including me, might not act like it once in a while. But are you able to look at, get it out of the way? If you are looking for a long-term commitment, and one person sexual intimacy is important to them, another one, they could care less, they don't like it at all. Why would you waste each other's time? So why don't you, does sex interest you? Are you a highly sexual person? Is it important to you? Whatever term you want. You could talk about, are finances important to you? Could you care less about finances? So when you're in the dating realm, this is about compatibility, right? If you are just looking for a hookup, right? Now you're looking at, does any of this stuff matter, right? Unless you're looking at a hookup, only a hookup, and Ehab will give me his takes too. And I know a lot of Islamic cultures don't want to hear this, but it happens in Islamic states, Muslim run countries too, like Egypt, right? Egypt, Africa. So there's a lot of double standards out there. And I want to get away from the double standards. And I want to help people understand and what works for you. So a lot of people are uncomfortable. I can't on a first date. How dare you? That's rude. That's disrespectful. Why is it disrespectful when it's a human thing, right? And what is intimacy to you? How important, if somebody, you're able to talk about, oh, do you want kids? Do you not want kids? So why is intimacy it's still this taboo, oh my God, backdoor, no pun intended, backdoor. It's not that type of thing intended, but you're looking at, why is it such a taboo situation when you bring it up, when you're looking for a partner, you're looking maybe to get married. You'll talk about, oh, do you want to live together? Are you looking for marriage down the road? What are you looking for? You have kids. I need somebody that makes this much money a year. You'll be able to talk about that, but you won't talk about if sex is important to you, okay? Hey, Alice. Hey, what's going on? Scott, Trixie, James. Hey, appreciate everybody tuning in. And again, throw your questions, throw your comments down below about this. How many people, and I get bashed, like I said, mostly from women. Greg, that's rude. I'm not going to talk about it. You don't have to get into detail. You don't have to get into, that doesn't mean you're going to want to have sex with that person or ever. It's about a compatibility thing, right? Even maybe a hookup. What type of intimacy are you looking for? But you're going to be able to talk about kids. You're going to be, you throw all this out there, and talking about finances might be taboo for somebody. My question is, if you are looking for a long-term partner, looking to get married, live together, to me, and I've spoke on this forever, right? Doesn't matter if you are not married, you're living, together forever and ever, not married, woohoo, and happy, great, terrific, right? It's your life. It's nobody else's. But you have to talk about compatibility, so why not get it out of the way? Why not, people drag things out a month, 2 months, 3 months. You not only wasted your time, time's valuable, right? You wasted that other person's time when you're thinking about, hey, you know what? They're going to change their mind. Oh, no big deal. I'll get them to change their mind, okay? And let me know how that works out for you. The reason for this episode, of course, is trying to prevent disappointments, trying to get rid of disappointments, heartaches, that type of situation, about being able to talk about this stuff from the jump and not wasting your time, not wasting anybody else's time. And you're looking at how many people, we change our mind, right? Well, we're together, we got married, and now you change your mind, you don't want a kid. That's a deal breaker, right? That could end that marriage. Well, you told me you wanted it. Yeah, but I changed my mind. And a lot of men, disrespectfully maybe, make fun of women. They change their mind all the time, right? But when a man does it, it's different. It's hurtful. And I'm not about double standards. Not at all, okay? Dwayne, Donna, thanks for joining. Throw in the chat down below, people, what your questions, what your comments are. If you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm nuts, whatever I can do to help, right? Again, it's not, I want people to design their life how they want it to be, not necessarily about me, okay? It's not my values. I don't live anybody else's life but my own. So that's where I want people to be able to look at. There's people out there in the dating realm I've run into, okay? Women that expect a man, you know what, on a first date, that man, he better spend at least $300 on me. And I'm like, what? Tell me, why do you deserve that? Tell me why you are entitled to that. when you don't know him, he doesn't really know you. So tell me, why are you worth that? My philosophy is, and there's going to be a lot of people joining in, right? You're going to have old school, new school. Why would you put forth, go out of your way, again, wasting your time for that and money and energy for someone you don't even click with, right? You find out, go out to dinner, all this, you spending at least $300 on somebody, and you find out you don't like that person. You don't even jive with that person. Yeah, maybe attractive, right? Let's be real. Most people, that's what happens, that we are attracted to somebody, right? Now we have to look at what happens. We're attracted, and then we find out, oh, we're not that compatible. And then a lot of women expect, like, not a lot of women, certain women, and I'm going by experience, that, you know what, oh, you got to spend at least $300 on me on a date, or because I'm worth it. Really? And you find out you don't like that person, so then you go to another one that expects you to spend So a guy goes broke, you get me? Because a certain woman is entitled. And I teach men, I'm going to be real, if she is just looking for that without compatibility, without even finding out if you like each other down the road, do that, awesome, great, if that's your thing. But why would you do that off the jump? You can go for a walk. Well, it's winter here in Michigan. Go for coffee, a drink. You can go for something simple that even if you like each other, even if there's chemistry, that type of thing, a vibe going on for you, why would you waste time? Why would you waste your hard-earned money when it comes into that, okay? So a lot of people will disagree with me. Well, he didn't show effort. And I tell people, yeah, he maybe showed effort to meet you somewhere just like you did. It's about pursuing each other, not that it is, one person chasing each other. And a lot of people get upset at me when I said, there's a lot of women out there, and I love women. Don't get me, my lady is awesome. She's phenomenal. But there's a lot of women out there that are entitled, and they want the guy to chase, air quotes, right? I hate air quotes, but they want men to chase them. I tell women too, there is a difference between pursuing somebody and chasing somebody. If you are not pursued back, why are you wasting your time? Because it comes across as begging, as pleading, equals chasing. You never beg, you never plead, right? You're in a relationship, you're married, you messed up. Now you're going to, right, show remorse. You're going to sort of, please give me a chance. I get that because you messed up. But this is different. This is where I don't want people to be able to look at and understand and, that they're entitled to a certain thing without even knowing somebody. Well, I'm old school. I'm traditional. The guy's supposed to pay for everything. Well, do you believe in premarital sex? Well, yeah, Greg, I do. Well, don't tell me you're old-fashioned. Don't pick and choose what suits you, right? Let's be real, okay? So I want people to understand and take each other into consideration. Yeah, there might be a single mom out there that doesn't get child support and busts her butt and she can't afford stuff, right? But be open, be honest about it. A guy paying child support, for 2, maybe 3 kids, just making ends meet to even live and survive. But yet, that type of situation. Well, I'm looking for a high-dollar man. Really? What makes you a high-dollar woman? You get me? So there's a lot of situations out there when it comes into dating, and it comes into even getting into that situation. First, be open and honest, people. I've had people, I hear it all the time. They've lied about their age. They find out 6 months later they're 5 years younger or 5 years older than they said they were on the dating app, right? And we can talk about social media, dating apps, and it's hold true. It's been 9 years now that most people, it bounces between actually 83 and 85% of couples now, the last 9 years that have been formed on online dating apps, internet, social media somehow, direct messaging, DMing people. Yeah, 83 to 83 to 85% of couples now have met online the last 9 years. Couples that have been formed 9 years up to this point, chances are they met online, some form or fashion, okay? I want to hear you throw your comments out there, and I want to hear from people that are pissed, that are, looking at Greg, you're bashing. I'm not bashing. I'm a realist. And, I don't want to bash, not at all. But I tell people, if that's your thing, it's what you're looking for, right? If you're looking for someone to spend $300, then you need to find somebody that is willing to do that, right? That is okay with that. But then you have to go along with do you have to go along with, oh my God, he just wanted this. Really? You know what? He was jerk. He was that. Yeah, why are you complaining if he was a jerk? He spent $300 on you. You get me? So a lot of people have a bougie attitude, and there's men out there too, right? Well, if I pay for dinner, I'm entitled. You aren't entitled to anything, right? So I bash men. I bash women. I don't want to bash anybody. I want to create a safe environment where people can talk about this stuff. And, is it a right? Is it a wrong? Or is it just different? And, sorry, people, I got an itchy nose. So that's where I want people to understand, what is going on, what is helpful to you, and what are you looking for in the dating realm, and what is in, your best interest that promotes self-love and that promotes self-respect. Again, that doesn't mean you are selfish, people. Not at all. So that's where I want people to understand in looking at why not get those things out of the way. What are you looking for? Hey, are you looking at just a hookup, or are you looking for a long-term relationship, right? And there's people that, they're looking for a long-term relationship and they both want the same thing. And then, you find out you're intimate, you have sex with one another, and then one of you find out, you're not really compatible in certain areas. I thought you were a long-term relationship. You used me. What? No, I did not use you. I found out after we're not compatible. There's a difference between that and then someone saying, excuse me, that I'm looking for a long-term relationship and you're really not. You're just looking for a hookup. That's using people. There's a big difference from that. If you find out and you're intimate a couple months into it and you go on, find out you're really not compatible or really not into that person as much as you thought, that's not necessarily using somebody. You know what? That's just things become different. But a lot of people, and I get that, I very compassionate. I have a huge heart, and it hurts. I'm not saying it shouldn't hurt, no. But that doesn't necessarily mean somebody used you, man, woman. Again, this is not a necessarily gender issue. It's looking at and trying to understand, maybe they were into you, you were into each other, and that changed, right? It's sad, yes, but that doesn't mean somebody used you. And I'm not into people using people, manipulating. I talk about this all the time, okay? Julie, what's happening? I appreciate you tuning in. Ehab, my man, where you at, bro? So, he said he was running a little late. But looking at the situation, what are your dating nightmares? What are your situations about, what are your rules for dating? What are your understanding? Are you open and honest? Are you looking for, hey, you know what? I'm looking for this. Hey, money doesn't matter to me. Sex is important to me. Sex is not important to me. Would you say that on a first date if you are looking for a long-term relationship or future marriage? And a lot of people I run into this, they're hoping that that person, they get together. Yeah, we talked about this right from the beginning, Greg. They're in my office. They're engaged to get married. And one of them has not changed like the other one wanted them to. The other one, man, women, whatever, wanted them to be more sexual, right? Wanted to have and enjoy sex a lot more. And thinking that would change, yeah, we've been honest, but it hasn't happened. Well, he's been honest with you. She's been honest with you. What made you think that would change? Well, I thought it might not be. Good question. Or I thought maybe it wouldn't matter to me, but it does matter to you. Now you are in a situation where there's a lot more hurt because, you spent maybe a year together, 2 years together. You're going to be engaged to get married. You're engaged. You're going to get married in a month. And you're like having doubts. Oh my, I thought this would change. Maybe after we get married. And I tell people, let me know how that works for you. That's why I'm all about people being open and honest and not lying about people. I've talked about people that met, online like most people do now. And they lied about their age, 5 years, 6 years. So I've had somebody lie about their age 9 years. I'm like, damn, can I pull that off? But hey, Cheryl, what's happening? So I'm like, nurse, why are you lying about that? So you get someone older, get someone younger? That's wrong. That's deceitful. And you're flat out lying your ass off, and you're wondering why that person now has an issue with you because you lied. There's been people that, oh yeah, I'm in the process of getting divorced, and they're not. That they're lying. Men, women. Well, I didn't think it would matter if we love each other. Well, you know what? Maybe you need to find that out after that's over. Or be open and honest. Hey, you know what? I am going through a divorce. Or our marriage is raunchy. Our marriage is horrific. And I'm thinking about filing, but I haven't yet. Now the decisions, now we can get into right, wrong, that type of situation, right? And now you're looking at down the road that you're wondering why trust is an issue because one of you or both of you cheated on your former spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, and now you're looking at why, hey, do I really trust you? Do it because you did it, what you get me? So there's a lot of issues, underlying issues that need to be resolved and healed. And looking at what you're looking for in the dating realm, is it just having fun? Be open, be honest about it. Well, I might not get any dates then. Well, too bad, right? Be open, be honest. Don't lie, don't manipulate. Don't tell somebody you're looking for a marriage or a long-term relationship when you're really not. That type of situation. Tell people, you know what, if intimacy is important to you, physical affection is important to you, tell them on the first date. Don't waste people's time. Don't waste people's energy and go over. And I get bashed, like I said, most of it comes from women. If someone asks, hey, are you a sexual person? Do you enjoy sex? Is sex important to you? I can't believe you asked me that on a first date. Why not? Because I'm not going to waste my time going further if you tell me you're not, because that's important to me. It's not a wrong, not bashing, not belittling, not at all. Okay? But can you be open and honest about it so you're not wasting each other's time? You get me? You're not leading somebody on. But a lot of people have a hard time. Supposed to be adults, supposed to be mature, so why can't you handle that question? And again, like I said earlier, that doesn't mean you're going to have sex together. That doesn't mean they want to have sex with you. They're just asking as far as compatibility aspects, right? Or, hey, it's not important to me. Can you be open? Can you be honest? Well, I really don't think we're going to meet or jive. Or, do you even talk about that before you even meet so you don't waste each other's time? Hey, Shay, what's happening, man? What's going on? So these are the situations and these are the issues that arise, and I'm trying to prevent them. These are the issues I run into from the dating, right from the jump, and they end up in a relationship, and then they're right here in my office where I'm at now, or in a relationship, and they thought things would change, and they knew this from the jump. They ended up being married and found out that, oh, I thought I'd be okay with it. Well, what made you get married? Well, I loved her. I loved him. We thought we wanted the same things. You do want the same things, but the things that might be very important to you, you knew they didn't want that, but you decided, and I get it, I'm not bashing, I'm trying to help people, right? I'm trying to look at the situation to wherever, hey, you know what, do we go from here? And not, well, I really liked her, I really liked him. But then you're looking at down the road about compatibility, okay? Oh, make sure you check out my website, theartofrelationships.org. And, follow me everywhere on social media. You can check, every episode of the Art of Relationships show on YouTube's the easiest, most organized at LoveGuruGreg. So you can check that out. I still have my courses, self-help courses. So check them out under relationship courses in the heading on theartofrelationships.org. For you use the code LOVE, LOVE, for $20 off, and they're only $27 a piece. They have a lot of content, videos, assignments. They have all kind of stuff going on in there. Hey, Tara. Hey, Lysith. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. My complete apology for that, okay? So, again, join down in the chat. Throw your questions out there, people. Let me know, what your thoughts are about dating. Most people, like I said throughout the show, most people that are in the dating realm think dating sucks, okay? Thinks it's terrible, horrific. A lot of people are dishonest, which I'm talking about now. About compatibility, though, as far as what you are looking for, are you going to be open? Are you going to be real? Like I said, hey, I'm looking for someone to take care of me financially. Oh, you're not for me. That type of thing. Are you talking about that? Are you looking, I thought they were the same age, so I assume you knew. All women want that. All men want that. No, they don't. But you need to be open and honest and talk about that. Yeah, I really don't want to work. I want a man. I want a woman to take care of me, right? I want a sugar mama. I want a sugar daddy type of situation. But they're afraid to use those terms. Call it what it is, right? Call it what it is, right? Do sugar mamas, sugar daddies, does that mean they don't love each other? Who knows, right? Every situation's different. But a lot of people get offended. They get embarrassed because how dare you? Let's be real, people. Are you able to look in the mirror? Are you able to be open and honest with yourself when it comes into being in the dating realm, what you're looking for, what what you don't want? A lot of women out there, right? I'm going to look for everybody's man that's going to be 5'11" or above, right? Good thing my lady is okay with me being short, right? I'm 5'6". I'm a short dude. I'm happy. I'm very happy, right? Very lucky. But a lot of people will put that on there. I'm only looking for guys that are 5'11" and up. But if a man puts something on there about I'm looking for someone petite, oh my God, he's shallow. What? Why? You get me? So there's a lot of double standards out there in the dating realm. I wish I could just go, you know what, wipe my hands, whew, all the double standards would be gone. Would that make life boring? Maybe, right? But I'm not into double standards. I'm into looking at, being open and honest, and hopefully people can find each other in the dating realm if you're looking for love, if you're looking for that forever, long-term, death do you partner, regardless if it's married, living together, that you can find that person, right? So why not get rid of the compatibilities up front? Like I said, the compatibilities in a lot of areas, if you're just looking for a friends with benefits or you're looking for a hookup type of situation, and people are out there, right? And again, not a right or wrong unless you're deceitful about it, unless you're lying about it. Don't lie, right? And again, it's not a right or wrong. It's a matter of choice. But be open and honest. Hey, I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm just looking for fun. Looking for a hookup, go about your... So there's no real reason to get into all the, do you want kids? Where do you want to live? What type of house do you want? Are you a Do you love a big, busy, bustling city, downtown Detroit, or you want to be living in a rural area with a bunch of property? You get me? There's no reason to really get into that if that's what you're looking for, just a hookup. It doesn't matter, right? Oh, my God, there he is. Ehab, I can't hear you. Uh-oh. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think I have an... One sec. And I thought we'd run into this issue before... We'll try it out. See if people can hear me. Can you still hear me, Ehab?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
There we go. Okay. I had another microphone. I'm hoping other people can hear me on TikTok now and hear us, but they might not be able to. I had you on on a different speaker, hoping that this would translate over to YouTube and all over the place to give you props too, right? Not just TikTok. But I'll take care of that later.
Yeah, I understand.
So, hit me up. Let me try to adjust the volume if I can. Okay. Hit me up with, we're talking about, I know you just hopped on, about what is the dating life like in Cairo, Egypt?
First of all, I wish you a Merry Christmas in advance.
Oh, thanks.
It's knocking the doors. So, okay, regarding dating in Egypt or Eastern culture, it's totally different than the Western culture. Dating here in Egypt means inviting somebody for a drink, and mostly a drink, not even dinner or lunch, to be quick and to have the impression with the intention for a long-term relationship.
And that, do you feel most people in Cairo and in Egypt are looking for long-term relationships?
No, actually, okay, I'm telling you the what the book says. You got my point?
Yes.
However, in many cases, maybe like let's meet for a date. Let's meet for intention of a one-night stand. It depends on the culture of people.
So you still have, and I talked about this earlier, and it's been a long time since we've done this, and we, excuse me, we've been trying to talk about doing this again for too long. But looking at the situation, so they have hookups there too, then, huh? In Egypt?
Actually, yes.
I know you might get in trouble for saying this, but for being honest, but
No. This is not. This is totally not. But everything happens everywhere. You got my point. However, the majority.
I agree.
Of people, when I ask somebody for coffee, like from the second contact, it means that I'm interested in this person and I'm willing to look further. So when I invite somebody for dinner, for example, we met for the first time, the second time, and then we meet for the third. I ask her for a coffee. This is considered a date. Dating in Egypt by the book. This is the normal, or this is the.
When you say the book, you're talking about the Quran?
No.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, I say by the book, which means the manual, which means mostly, which mean the traditional, which means the most common.
I got you. Okay, thank you.
So the most common is that they meet. The date ends by the cup of coffee or even the lunch or maybe an outing. Maybe they go for an arcade, for a game, for a cinema, and that's it. This is it ends. This is the common.
Okay, so it's not really that much different than it is here in the States. And so it's gotten, no, I think it's pretty much, especially those looking for, long-term relationship or marriage, that, that's pretty common here. They're almost very similar. What are you do you find that Egyptian ladies, Islamic ladies, because I know, let's face it, Egypt is a huge hub. You get a lot of travelers. And, I mean, that's what you do. You show people around in Egypt, in Cairo. But do you find that women are looking for a certain type of man? Like that's financially, has money? What do you find over there what do women expect going into a date?
Okay, I tell you, in every culture, when something happens or goes to some side, extreme to some side,
Yes.
make sure that the opposite side was previously went extreme. So when a woman is looking for a financially capable man, because many women have been stuck with men who after marriage ask her to not even contribute to hold the whole boat
Yes.
on their shoulders and go on with the life.
Sure. Do you feel that women are honest about that in Cairo?
Pardon?
Do you feel like women in Cairo are honest about what they're looking for? Or is it
Yeah, actually
assumed?
everybody's honest with it. When somebody says I want a man with a house, a flat which is not rented, must be owned, not even rental, and he must have a car and he must have a specific standard of living. And both okay. This is maybe her aim. Another woman, she says, no, I need someone from my culture, my own culture.
Sure.
The same, like the similar life standard of the fathers, for example, to avoid any misunderstanding. And I'm totally with this, because many people think like in order to find a conservative woman, you have to search in the below social standards, social level, in order to find conservative. However, conservative women are everywhere.
Yes, they are.
And
I agree.
non-conservative women are also everywhere.
And it's ironic. Hey, Angela. Hey, Dees, what's happening? My lady is on listening too. So, looking at Ehab says hello, but looking at that type of situation, and I get that a lot of people assume that because of a higher money, a higher standard financially, they assume a woman's more outgoing, more liberal than being more conservative, right? I mean, it's ironic. I think it might be almost the opposite here. I'd have to think about that, That's a good
You hear about stoicism?
Yeah.
Do you know what stoicism?
Hit me up. What? Tell me.
Stoicism is like kind of like philosophy.
Yeah, it is. Stoicism. Yes.
So stoicism says more corruption come from poverty than the corruption that came from richness.
Do you believe that?
I do, because I've seen the poor people when they became rich, like 50% lost their their measurements.
Yes.
Lost their values.
Yes.
However, when the rich become poor, they are willing to lose everything. No, not all of them, of course, but they want to sacrifice everything. First of all, like to remedy what happened, try to retain their position, or otherwise, I don't know how do you call it, revenge. They take revenge from the society because
Like if they lost everything, they take revenge on society, right?
Yeah, this is what we call it the karmic addiction or karmic
yes.
dependence.
Absolutely.
Everything belongs to the fate. It's not our fault. It's the fate. It's God. It's the fate. And people are accusing God honestly.
And you find, I agree with you. You find that every culture, every religion, every race. I think you find that people play, we call it the victim role. It's always everybody else's fault but mine, right? What?
In the books they call it, not the holy books, in the books they call it the karmic dependence. Okay, I depend on karma.
Yes.
I'm not poor, it's God's willing. I'm not rich, it's God's willing. What happened to me is God's willing. We don't blame ourselves. We don't even,
I know.
We don't even review our actions.
We don't take accountability, good or bad, positive or negative, right?
Not at all. Exactly.
What do you find most in the dating realm? Do you find over in Egypt, do you find that most women are looking for love?
Okay, let me tell you a story.
Please, I love your stories.
I've read about, okay? And this is, by the way, in many cultures, not
yes.
only in Egypt. Okay?
Yes.
There is something called in Egypt when somebody like acting like crazy, we tell him "Inta manacholia," like "Are you crazy? Are you?" But the word manacholia.
Yeah, manic. We
manic.
call it manic in the mental health field over here. Manic episodes. Yes, I know.
No. It's not even manic. It has another.
Oh, okay.
Explanation.
My apologies.
No problem. It's called malicholia, like Julia the sick. What was it? I think it was in Spain, and Julia was talking to herself, telling fake stories, sometimes fighting with invisible people, talking about
delusional. Yeah, delusional.
Yeah, exactly. Like illusion. She's living like in a parallel life, and so when they diagnosed it, someone suggested that she must get married. After she get married, all the symptoms disappeared. So malicholia means which is happening in these days. All women, not all of them, of course. Like many women acting like I'm desired and I'm very fed up from my inbox and I cannot receive any more messages and people are begging me all the time.
Yes.
And by the way,
so
I proposed. I liked someone.
Whoa, Ehab. Whoa.
Happened?
You hold on. You proposed to somebody?
No. Let me tell you. Let me tell you the story.
Please.
First of all, I was in a coastal city which is called Hurghada to the Red Sea, and I was with a group. Okay, I wanted to drive my niece back to Cairo. I took her and her nanny with the car, and a lady with the group told me, "Are you going back to Cairo?" I said yes. She said, "Okay, can you give me a ride?" I said, "Sure, why not?" And I dropped her home, and that's it. I proposed, but her parents rejected because I'm divorced. But she tried to convince her parents, and her parents insisted. After a long time, they accepted. And all of this, trust me, were malicholia. People are telling me I proposed and I've been rejected, and then I've been accepted.
It's almost like it's very similar to a depressed state, feeling rejected. And it causes us to be sad. It causes us to be depressed, maybe delusional or obsessive thoughts too.
I didn't even propose. They didn't reject. There is nothing happened. Let me tell you another story.
Oh wow!
That's the point. There is nothing happened.
She made that all up. Huh?
It's a symptom at not old age, but at some point with many women, I don't know, is it a mental remedy for the loneliness or not, or like lack of proposals? So she tries to make a story out of it. I tell you,
to make herself feel better, right? To make herself feel better.
Yeah, exactly. I
But
have
it's not real.
another story which is really weird. Someone, she was a very close friend. Now she's in Vienna, in Austria. She told me she kept. We are a very big group, and she kept telling us that someone proposed to her, and while they are riding the lift, he tried to get closer, like kind of harassment.
Ooh.
So she said, what shall I do? Shall I continue the relationship or not? And after talking about him for like 3 months, she decided not to continue because he tried to harass her in the lift. Actually, there was no one.
She made up. And some people, if they don't have, even I'm sure it's all over here in America, all over, that when they're alone, they have a hard time handling it. And when they're alone, they feel like they're not worthy, they're not lovable. It's embarrassing for them. So therefore, they make up this fake person. I mean, even in American movies, you see this all the time. They make up a fake girlfriend, a fake boyfriend, right? But this is real life. This happens in real life.
But you are making the frequencies or the vibration of pushing away any relationship. So when I scroll to someone and I know that this someone is not into a relationship, and I'm sure, and she kept calling for regarding the men who are telling me that I'm too pretty, regarding the men who are telling me, nobody's talking about you.
I know. It's fake. They're lies.
So this is regarding some cases with some women. I'm not taking anything comprehensive.
No, I get you. It's not all inclusive. No, it's not all women, all men. No. So tell me, what do you feel? Real quick, because I'm going to have to let everybody go soon. Real quick. Changing it to men, what do you think most men in Egypt are looking for?
Honestly speaking, now these days, what I can see, they are looking for the least commitment, the least responsibility to start a relationship.
It almost sounds very similar to a lot of American men too. Yeah.
Not like okay. I would prefer like a girl whose dad has a villa where we can have a flat inside his building, for example, or we can use her house. I can look for a rich one who may not claim much things. So really things varies. And by the way, this is what I notice literally and comprehensively among all.
Right.
That the second husband pays the bill of the first one.
Hold on. The second husband pays the bills of the first?
Yeah, exactly. This is what happens. For example, like for the first marriage, the girl makes a lot of concessions. No matter. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have a house. It doesn't matter that he doesn't have a car. Yeah, but I feel pity. He has many challenges. He needs my financial support. And then she got shocked after what happens. Maybe he betrayed her. Maybe she felt that she's being used. However, the second option is that I bring some money. No, you have to give me all the guarantees. You have to do it like this, like house, a car, and then you give me like a salary or pocket money, and you give me like this, and then they put double burden, and that's how he's paying the bill.
Whoa! No, I get. Yeah, they're making up for what they didn't get in the first marriage, right?
No, they were not expecting. They were giving.
No,
the first marriage.
I know.
In the second marriage, she wanted the second husband to pay the bill.
I get that. Trust me. So, well, Ehab, I have to let you go. I have clients in a few minutes. I wish we had more time. We'll do this again when you have more time. I appreciate your insights. Okay? Thanks.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye. And then going back, I don't know how to remove him. There we go. He removed himself. Hey, everybody, I appreciate you tuning in. So Egypt sounds not really that much different than America, but we'll get more insight. I know Ehab, he was supposed to join in at the beginning, but he got stuck doing some obligations through work. And I know translation as English is a little rough, so it might be difficult for people to tune in and to understand Ehab. But it sounds like he was saying men over there are looking for the least amount of obligations, it almost sounds like, financially, those type of situations. And women might be looking for love, and they might be looking for someone to take care of them financially too. So no different, really not that much different than it is in the States. But again, people, be open, be honest. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, marriage, be open about compatibility. Why are you afraid to talk about if you are a sexual person, if sex is not important to you? Why are you afraid to bring that up instead of, oh, that's disrespectful, you even asked me? That doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. That doesn't mean I want to bang you. That doesn't mean I expect you to bang me. No, it's a conversation about being an adult, no different than, do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Is money important to you? Is it not? Do you like to travel? Are you a couch potato? No different, but a lot of people still view, when it comes to intimacy, oh, it's still taboo and private. You know what? Be an adult, stop being embarrassed, and stop being shy, and to be able to look at and get more compatibility in what you're looking for out there, so it'll save disappointment going forward. So if somebody tells you something, believe them. Don't expect them to change it. Like, if they are not a sexual person, don't expect them that they will become that. Or if you expect someone to not care about intimacy and it's important to them, don't believe that or assume it's going to change. And, same thing with one person doesn't want a kid, the other one does, that you're going to convince either one of them to change your mind. So that's why I'm trying to prevent heartaches and disappointment going down the road. Be open, be honest about it. Don't play games. Don't lie, don't manipulate in the dating realm, okay? Sounds easy, right? So, everybody, I appreciate everybody. Check out my website down below, theartofrelationships.org. And I still have the courses on sale for only $27. You use the coupon code LOVE at checkout, LOVE, for only $27. Not bad. Nice Christmas gift, right? Or a holiday gift, whatever you celebrate. So, thanks, peace, and love, everybody. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.